So Xbox is making headlines again. Microsoft is making headlines again for all the wrong reasons, right? Over the last week or so, it's been announced that they have a new CEO at Xbox, and she doesn't have a gaming background. She actually came from like Instacart or something, and she was the head of AI at Microsoft, and she's taking over Xbox, which I'm sure is going to be a complete disaster because already people are calling out her gamer tag, and they're calling out the fact that her account feels like it's answering people with canned AI responses. And now they're making the announcement that they're going to use AI again with Xbox to basically take over and play the game for you. Because that's what gamers want. They want the game to play itself, right? Why don't we just make AI generated movies and people can just watch them? You know what? Why don't we just make AI generated gameplay videos and let the AI watch and comment on those videos, on those streams? Because that's where we're headed. And then you know what's going to happen? The actual humans are just going to walk away from the whole thing because there's no point. If the games can play them, if the games can make themselves and the games can play themselves and the AI can watch itself play games and comment and even super chat, it can send itself super chats with crypto or whatever if you're using Claude, right? I think it can do that. What is the fucking purpose of us? Like, what is the point? We'll go outside and play with sticks and rocks and stuff like we used to do. That's what we're going to do. We'll go find something else to do and let the internet play with itself. So the internet is going to play with itself. So there's that. And speaking of things like that, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Former Xbox exec reveals she was kicked out after she refused to put on a bathrobe at the GDC. Damn. That's Laura Fryer. She was one of the original members of the Xbox founding team, and she's been very critical, I think, of Xbox. So we'll talk a little bit about that. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. Guys, bear with me. I'm trying to get through a couple of videos this morning. I have been ill this week. And it's not so bad in the morning, but by afternoon, for some reason, I don't know if it's like the change in the atmosphere or what, but I feel like crap. So I'm trying to get a couple done in the morning. Geeky will probably be in later to take over for me, but check out Crimson Wren, the Adventure Edition on Kickstarter. We are offering this book again. If you missed out the first time, it's been out of print for a couple of years now, but we're bringing it back, getting ready for book 2 this fall. Hopefully, we're going to launch that. And there are some new perks that were not available the first time around, so check it out on Kickstarter. And also Geeky Sparkles pin, her Raging Geeky pin based on her Raging avatar, which we've used a couple of times here. And people seem to like it. I don't know if people like it or not, but they did. So you have a chance to pick up some of the older pins. I think the only thing we have left is the Christmas pin. But check it out on Kickstarter, please. Thank you very much. So Pirate Nation has it. Microsoft has filed a patent for an AI-assisted Xbox feature. It lets you, would let AI or trained humans briefly take over for your game when you're stuck on a tough part, such as a hard boss or a puzzle. Barely an inconvenience. Who needs to learn how to math? That's what calculators are for. They aim to replace pausing the game and searching YouTube tutorials, making games more accessible. Is that what they're calling it? Accessibility? The game playing itself? We're calling, oh my God. Okay. This is some horse shit. Like, I get some people need help, but yeah, also it's going to be interesting. Like I said, they generate gameplay tutorials and videos. There goes a whole segment of YouTubers just completely wiped out because people do walkthroughs and they do FAQs and they do, yeah, all that stuff would just be obliterated if the games just play themselves. Right. Yep. Here we go. People wondered what kind of an effect Asha Sharma would have on Microsoft, and we're already seeing it. The games will play themselves to be more accessible. Has no one told her, I mean, I know she doesn't have a lot of gaming experience, but has nobody pulled her aside and say, hey, you know what gamers really like to do? They like to play their games. They like to play the game, not watch the game, right? They watch gameplay videos to see if they want to play the game. They watch gameplay videos to see how to beat a game, but they want to play the game. That's a bare minimum. And you're taking that, the bare minimum is that gamers play their games and you're taking that away. But again, this is a person who they think has had her account boosted, is using somebody to, what if she's not real? Did anybody think about that? What if she's like the Tilly Norwood of games? What if she's not actually real? And they're letting an AI make all the decisions about Xbox? Because that is something that Satya Nadella would do. He would totally do that. I could see him doing that. Be like, yeah, hey guys, guess what? We've been using AI to determine the direction of Xbox for the last 2 years. No one noticed. Yeah, no, everybody noticed. They just keep making bad Xbox decisions. It's going to be so sad to lose things I don't have physical media for. Microslop. Yeah. What's the point of playing a game if you get AI to complete the difficult parts for you? Honestly, it makes no sense to me. Get good or find a different hobby. They're cheap bots. No, are cheap bots. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Right. The only one celebrating this news is Dark Side Phil. Oh my God. Game journalists will finally be able to match eagles, snakes, and whales in Skyrim. How about no thank you, Microslop? This is crazy. Yellow paint is enough. Now they're just going to play the game for you rather than even let the slightest challenge remain. Holy cow, is Microsoft retarded? Yeah, they are. I'm sorry. This is the dumbest shit. It's called a movie at that point. Just watch a fucking movie. Just make, unreal. Imagine paying $80 for some AI slop created game and then just letting AI play for you. It's not a game. At that point, if the game is playing itself, it's no longer a game. The purpose of the game is the satisfaction of being able to complete the game, of doing tasks within the game. Your brain, it makes your brain happy. The little reward receptors, the dopamine, whatever, lights up when you complete a difficult task. Turns out that humans are very task-oriented. We like to complete things. We like to do things. We like to learn new things. That's what we do. And you're taking that away. There's no point in playing a game. Again, it's called watching a movie, and we can do that. There's a reason why we pick games over movies. We want that interactive experience. This defeats the point of video games. Yes, thank you, Kids Meal. Thank you, Kids Meal. The whole point is to use community to help you. Watch a video of someone else doing it. Buy a walkthrough guide. If someone or something else does it for you, you might as well just watch someone else play the damn game. Huge L. Yeah, I think it's fucking terrible. Will studios start intentionally designing frustrating difficulty spikes just to drive engagement metrics for this AI assist? Absolutely, they will. They are begging you. Microsoft is literally begging people to use Copilot. Nobody wants to use Copilot. They are begging you to use Copilot. They absolutely would put this feature in that nobody wants and then kind of sort of force you to use it. A new Dark Souls game. Oh, it's really hard, isn't it? Yeah, it'd be great. Hey, if you could use that handy assistant to just play the game for you. Yeah, we've got some helpers here at Microsoft that could play that game for you. It's like calling the Nintendo tip line and having them play the game for you, except they're also robots. Maybe they speak in a really thick and stereotypical Mexican accent. Did you see that? It was on, I think it was on the Babylon Bee. I thought it was a joke. It's not a joke. Somebody asked to speak to a representative for some company in Spanish, and it just gave them somebody with a ridiculously thick accent. But it was still in English. It was like, what? It was like broken English. It was like, oh my God. And it was AI. The AI decided that's, because I don't know if the person on the phone had a thick accent or what, but the AI decided it was going to parrot that back. Crazy. General Tacticus says, I would prefer having games dumbed down more. Please don't let this be the next gaming discourse. No, this is exactly what it's going to be. And it's because of the woman they put in charge. That's her background as an AI. And they're going to find a reason. They're going to find a reason to force everybody to use their AI because, they put this AI person in and Satya Nadella, all he cares about is AI. So that's what it's going to be, guys. They said, this comes from YCCF. Ever since video games have been a thing, players have always sought the help of others to overcome difficult segments. While how they seek help has changed a lot over the years, moving from guides published in magazines to online walkthroughs and videos, the need for guidance has been strong, and it probably always will be. Yeah, you watch friends play it. You'd read Nintendo Power back in the day, whatever. In the future, there could be a massive change in how players receive their much-needed help. judging by a patent filed by Microsoft detailing a cloud-based Xbox system to let human or AI helpers take over. Spot for Tech for Gamers, the State Management for Video Game Help Sessions patent describes a process where control of a game is temporarily transferred from a player to a helper. This would allow a pre-approved human helper or trained AI model. I think it's going to be the latter. I think the pre-approved human player will be like a friend of yours or a family member or something like that, like your big brother or something like that. Fine. Because you don't want to just let random people come in and control your character, right? It's going to be AI. It's going to be Microsoft. And then they'll probably upcharge for that. Like, oh, you want Xbox Game Pass Plus Ultra where the games play themselves? What is the fucking point? Yeah, you're gonna pay $100 a month for that. This is so ridiculous. According to the filing, I think Sony filed something similar to this too. According to the filing, the system is being developed as Microsoft believes current methods of seeking help are rudimentary and indirect, forcing players to leave a game session to find help. Oh, fuck off. We don't want you to leave the game. We want you to stay glued to the screen so we can count it as like engagement time or some shit. Next thing will be like pop-up ads all over the game. You know, they're already doing that in some games. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Other connected patents also detail other critical elements of this new Xbox feature, such as ensuring age-appropriate pairing between players and helpers, achievement integrity that will allow users to unlock them even if assisted. Achievement integrity that will allow users to unlock them even if assisted. So wait, you're still going to get the achievement. So if the AI does it for you, you still get the achievement? What the fuck? Input governance that should prevent a remote user from performing unauthorized actions like deleting save files or spending in-game currency. This new tech is still in the patent stage. There's no guarantee it will ever be implemented. Oh, it absolutely will be implemented because of who's in charge of Xbox now. Sony followed a similar system. I think people are going to fucking hate it. And it's interesting because this is coming after the co-founder of Xbox said the game console itself is going to be sunsetted pretty soon. That he believes it's just going to become an AI cloud-based thing, that's what Xbox is going to be, and we're not going to have a need for physical consoles. And he's probably right. I mean, he probably is, especially with the woman they have in charge now. So I'll just wrap up with this. This is since we're talking Xbox drama, bad news, and I think these are the death throes of Xbox. Former Xbox executive reveals she was kicked out after refusing to put on a bathrobe at the GDC. Oh my God. GDC, which is like super progressive, right? The GDC where they're all screaming about how unfair the layoffs are and blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, so they wanted her to put on a bathrobe. God. Laura Fryer, one of the original members of Xbox's founding team, shared her memories of working with Phil Spencer in her latest YouTube video. She revealed she was forced out of Xbox after suffering an episode of harassment. That sucks. Okay, so we can connect the dots here. She was working directly below Xbox founder Seamus Blackley. He is the one who claimed the whole division would eventually be shuttered by Asha Sharma in 2000. After Blackley left, she became the director of the Xbox Advanced Technology Group. In this role, she cultivated worldwide Xbox developer support, launched XNA, and created the Xbox Advisory Board, and ran Xbox game developer events around the world. My understanding is, now I was never a huge Xbox fan. We had the 360, and I love the 360, but I don't. Overall, I don't like Xbox that much. I'm sorry. It's like its best days are way behind it. But they said that's where the aforementioned incident happened. So this is after Blackley left, right? Okay. At GDC 2004, Fryer and her team unveiled XNA, Microsoft's game development framework, to build games for Xbox and Windows. Provided a set of tools and libraries built on top of .NET that abstracted away a lot of the low-level hardware work so developers could focus on writing game logic rather than wrestling with platform code, After an incredible day on stage demoing XNA, I went with a PR person and an Xbox executive to grab a couple of controllers from a hotel room. Next thing I knew, I'm handed a bathrobe and was asked to put it on. What? I laughed like it was a joke and I got out of there as fast as possible, but I was freaked out. I barely really thought about much until next week when I got back, and that's when I was suddenly told I was being reorganized out of my job. Wow. Well, I bet she wishes she had an AI assistant to do that part of the job. Jesus. Eventually, she confided in a friend inside Microsoft who went to report this to Human Resources. Is this the PR person that did this, or who is this? While she was still thinking about it, in her own words, that's when everything flipped. Unfortunately, even though the other person that was in the room confirmed my story, it didn't matter. I was pushed out and nobody would help me. And then Phil Spencer got her a job. So she thought highly of Phil Spencer. Phil stepped in and said, "Don't wait, come and join my team and work for Bonnie." He was kind, he was considerate, and he practically begged me to come and work with Epic. He knew we had a strong relationship and he genuinely needed my help. And just like that, my nightmare ended. So she helped ship big games like Gears of War 2. She left Microsoft in 2009, joined Warner Brothers. Oh, that's going so well right now. Yeah, in the video, she notes her situation showed that Microsoft's culture was already breaking down. So yeah, really the Xbox that everybody has fond memories of, I think only lasted about 10 to 15 years. Maybe. Because we had the original Xbox, which was a huge deal. I didn't have an original Xbox. I didn't care really that much. I did get a 360. Loved the 360. Played the 360 with kids all the time. I had a lot of great memories playing the 360, but I had zero interest in the one when they came out. But I think the 360 was the last hurrah. When you think about it, that was like, what, 10 years, 12 years? And then the Xbox is kind of already on its way out, I think. Once the Wii came out and I can't say the PS3, nobody played the PS3. Once PS4 came out, it was over. There's no point. There's no purpose in buying an Xbox. There really is now because all the games are on PC. But yeah, so it was already toast at that point. Fryer ends by knowing that she never knew if Phil was aware of the full extent of her incident, but she would nonetheless always be grateful for being there when she needed him. So ultimately, she portrays Spencer as someone with rare, genuine human decency in an industry and corporate environment that didn't always reward it. So a lot of people think highly of Phil Spencer. I know some people are critical of him, but I think people are going to be really wishing he was still at Xbox. And the way he got gone, and it's just this whole situation stinks to high heaven. And I think it's all about the AI shit is what I think it's about. I think Xbox is dead. I think it's been dead. I think it's the corpse has been paraded around for the last several years now. I noticed that all the Xbox stands that I used to get into fights with unintentionally on Twitter, they shut the fuck up. Like, they're not saying anything. I remember if you were critical of Starfield or anything at all, they were all over you. They would descend like freaking maggots on the carcass, and that's pretty much what this is at this point. And they're not saying anything now because I think they know. They know it's over. It's game over. And if the game is playing itself, good luck with all that. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.